Hi folks, Doug here. Ellis Car Customs, home of the early bird special. Thanks for coming to see me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for liking and commenting and subscribing and all the gifts you give me and the donations and the well wishes and just everything. It's been fun. So, this is the episode where we find out if our homemade seat cover fits the seat. We got our fingers crossed that it does. One way or another, we'll make it fit. But I appreciate you if you stuck with me through this. Some of you may be watching this not necessarily because you were interested in the Nomad build as much as you were interested in the upholstery thing, you know. Because I go on YouTube sometimes if I don't know how to do something, and I try to find instructional videos or something that might tell me how to do something. So maybe I picked up some of you people out there who weren't really looking at building a Chevy as much as learning how to upholster a seat. But if you're one of those people, hopefully you'll stick around and join our little community and have fun with the rest of us. So I did get a big old box in the mail today. It's right here. I'll set up the camera and open the box up and see what we got in there, and hopefully it's everything we hoped it would be. So thanks for coming, and in scene 2 of this episode we're gonna reveal what's in the box that came today. So here's the box. You notice I'm not holding my fancy box cutter. Lon says I should keep using a screwdriver. But that's because this box is stapled, so I don't need a knife. So I just need strength to pull the staples. Once again, this showed up on my porch this morning, and I never even got the tracking number for it. I was waiting to get a tracking number, figuring, you know, they were still in the process of making the thing. But by God, it showed up at my door. I love that. So there's a whole bunch of pieces of carpet in here. Carpet. This is the color we went with. They call it royal blue. But this looks like the part for the back where the normally the spare tire doorway would be, but we don't have that. But I'll fake, because this is probably the insert part for the door where the spare tire would be, but we don't have that, so I'm gonna kind of make it look like a false door, you know, so if somebody looks inside, they'll think it's stock, and they'll think there's a spare tire living down under the floor, but we all know there's a gas tank there. At least those of us that have been here all along. But yeah, it's a complete set. It does, you know, the front up under the bench seat, you know, from your feet up under the bench seat, and then there's a piece that goes from under the bench seat to under the rear seat, and then there's 2 pieces that go on the seat bottoms, like when you flip the bottom one up like that, there'll be carpet, and when you flip the back down, there'll be carpet, and it carries on there, and then a piece of carpet for the tailgate. So that it's the complete set. So looks good. We'll have to stretch it out, let it acclimate itself, get all the folds out of it, that kind of stuff. They tell you to lay it out in the sun or whatever, but it's winter here. It's never, you know, laying it out in the sun now is not going to do it any good. But that's what we got. So now we're going to prep the back of this seat to accept the new seat cover. You got all these staples sticking up. They've all got to be either pulled out or pounded down. I've tried to pull them out. All they do is break off, so I'll probably just smack them down in there so they're not sticking up. Then we'll start stretching the thing around and pray that it fits.
Everybody cries, that's plain to see. Not everyone loves endlessly. Like you and me.
So that's our seat cover installed. Like I said, probably the wrinkles will relax a little bit as it settles on there. I can always go over it with a heat gun or a steamer or something, try to get it to form fit a little better. But it's not terrible for somebody who doesn't make seat covers for a living. I decided not to mess with the buttons because I had to break the straps that hold them on there to get them out, and it was just going to be one more thing that was going to fight me to put this on. And the other seat I have doesn't have those buttons. I know you can get them, but it was just one more thing, and we're not shooting for originality here, so we just want it to look nice. And this will match our interior theme. It'll match the seat bottom that I already made. And like I said before, I don't have any of the mechanism that latches this thing up or hinges it to fold down. So I may wind up fabricating my own mechanisms if I can't find them. We'll have to see how that plays out. So since we know our seat cover didn't turn out terrible, it'd be a good idea to hang on to these pieces, store them in the never-ending storage shed that's called the upstairs of my garage. And if we ever have to make another rear seat like that one, we'll have the patterns to do it with. I'm going to check on the hardtop because, like I said, the bench seat I have doesn't have the same pattern as that. And I'm going to see if these pieces here match my 57 hardtop there. See if they match the front bench seat, because I can use these to plot out, at least plot out the blue pieces for the seat back. And, you know, cheat a little bit. But, yeah, it may look like garbage, but it came in handy, and who knows, it may come in handy again. Well, if you're new here, you might not know about the old part of the garage where we store the other vehicles in the Ellis Car Customs collection, so to speak. Figured I'd come out here and take a look at the seat cover and the hardtop. So you can see this kind of mirrors what we're doing with the Nomad seat. This is the piece there, and it's the right size for there, but if you look at the back, it has to come all the way down to here. And then there's a seam across there. So it's not the same. Well, I should have known that this was like this, but the other seat that I'm going to have to recover is not exactly like this. I'll show you. It's over here. This is the bench seat I have, and it has a different pattern to it. But there's enough of the seat cover there where I can use a lot of this to fashion what I need. At least like all the side pieces are good. We'll have to change the color of these to either probably change them to white, I would think, or possibly blue. I'll have to think about that. But I have the piece that goes on the back there, so I'm not worried about that. But you can see on the hardtop that those inserts wrap around and come down about to here and go across. and there's a seam there with piping. So yeah, this seat will be more of a challenge than the last one. So I decided I don't want to leave these rolled up in the box because I think they said in their literature that the minute you got them, you kind of wanted to splay them out so that they will train themselves. So I'm going to put them in the car, at least for now, just so they'll have a chance to relax and take their shape. The next thing on our list, our hit list, is to recreate this broken up, brittle piece of stuff that goes on the back of the seat. So we're going to trace this thing out on my Luan here and cut it out, and I'll do like I did with the one I made for the bottom. I'll coat it with like bed liner or something to sort of protect it. It's going to have a carpet over it, so you're not going to see it. And it's one of them things where I think this is kind of like a linoleum or something, and this was probably what they put in there when there wasn't a carpet. Instead of carpet, you had this, and maybe the carpet goes directly on the back of that seat, but I don't know. I'd feel better to have this piece here and know that I got something solid to attach the carpet to, and nothing wrong with that.
Standing there, I was the last to know, and in the end I found you only let me down. Let me down. You only let me down. Down, down, down. You only let me down. Down, down, down.
the pieces. This is the piece that goes on the back of the seat that we just covered. This is the one that goes on the seat bottom so that when it's flipped forward it has carpet. And this is the piece that goes on the tailgate. That's where they have the relief there. And this is the carpet's sort of splayed out in the car so that you can relax and do their thing. But they know you're going to have a bench seat here, so why waste 6 inches of carpet, right? You think they would just have them so they come together, but I mean, it's under the seat so you can't see it. But it'll have some time to relax before we try to do anything else with it. And like I said, in the back there, you can see where they make it for the door to flip up to get to the spare tire, but we don't have that door, but we're going to fake it. I'm going to get some like aluminum strips or something and put them right on that seam just to make it look like there's a door there. And nobody but us will know that that's not the truth, right? But yeah, they'll have time to relax and do their thing, and we have to figure out our wiring. P.S. That's how much of our fancy homemade liftgate that the carpet covers. There's supposed to be a surround piece, which once again I don't have. So I laid those pieces back there. I'll get enough of that aluminum stripping that I'm gonna make the fake wheel well thing out of to also make a surround for that. So that's what I've got for you in today's cat-free episode. Boys didn't come visit me today. Maybe they were tired of upholstery content too. I don't know. I'd love to start tackling that front bench seat as long as I was in the business of doing that kind of thing, but I don't think I could subject you guys to more upholstery content for now. So I'll probably do something else for a while and get back to it. I mean, it's got to be done eventually, we all know that. But there's plenty of other things I got to do, and we'll conquer those things, I guess. But at least we got our seat back covered, so we're basically all set with the back seat. Like I said, I don't have any of the folding mechanisms that go to the seats, so if I can't buy them, I'll have to make them. I'll do a little research tonight, see what I turn up. But at least we got our carpet and it's in there relaxing, you know, just relaxing. And that was a big bonus. Like I said, I didn't even know it was coming, and there it was on my porch. Speaking of on my porch, it's feeding time for the strays, and I'm all out of food, so I've got to zip to the town and get some food so they don't get mad at me for not feeding them. So I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out with me. Hopefully if you're somebody who just found me, you'll want to stick around and see what's up here. And also, if you're new, if you want to go back and check out some of the earlier videos, they're all numbered in the order I put them up if you want to follow the build from where we started to where we're at now. Thanks for stopping by. See you on the next one. Take care, everybody.